It's a civil war. That was one that stuck out to me in this article. I'm like, wow, okay. So we have The Athletic reporting that one player's telling them, yeah, this relationship, it's unfixable. And then you got here, it's a civil war, said one person uniquely positioned to have dealt with both men the past 2 years, which I thought that was an interesting thing that Kevin Acee added on to this. To the person that said it's a civil war, said one person uniquely positioned to have dealt with both men the past 2 years. Uniquely positioned, dealt with both men. Who could that be? I don't know. All I will tell you is I was at the Padres game at Petco Park, get there early, and I saw Kevin Acee on the field talking with Eric Greutner for a long period of time in this last homestand. Maybe it's Eric Greutner that's saying this, and he's not going to quote Eric Greutner, obviously, with Eric Greutner saying it's a civil war. That's just a guess. I don't think Peter Seidler would be someone to say this, but obviously he has dealt with both of these people. It could be someone that I'm not even thinking of, that I don't even know that's in the organization. But just from personal knowledge, from what I saw, Acee and Greutner were talking for a while there. So maybe it could be him. He fits under that category that was described by Kevin Acee there. It's a civil war. That, to me, right there, that doesn't seem like that this can be fixed. That seems more like under the Athletic article, that player, unfixable. I would put it under that. If you're like, that definitely backs up that. But this meeting coming up on Sunday night or Monday, whenever the Padres get back to San Diego, you would think, we'll see if it's truly unfixable. We will see. And if it's a civil war, that meeting might go on for 5 minutes because someone might say, F you, I'm done. We know that we're not going to be able to work together. This is it. Or it might go on for 5 hours because they keep going back after one another. You know, blow after blow after blow, punch, punch, punch. And maybe they can work something out and it can end up being fixable after a long period of time. Maybe Eric Greutner is going to be the middleman here to try to fix things because Peter wants both guys to stay. But it's a civil war. Unfixable. The relationship, we know it keeps getting worse. There's stuff written in this Kevin Acee article about the communication, the phone calls, in-person conversations. Essentially, Kevin saying being less and less, more rare. This is all leading to a bad divorce. That's what that is. Like when people stop communicating and they want to communicate to whether it's the children in a family, not through you, but they're just going to communicate directly with that person, or they ask the children to communicate to that other person something because they don't want to talk to that person. That's what it feels like this is here. It usually leads to a bad situation and things aren't going to get resolved because either one side is refusing to do it or both are refusing to do it. And it's just not going to work. I hope that it can work for one more year because I want Bob Melvin to stay. And if I think if this doesn't work, I feel like Bob Melvin's going to be the guy that ends up going. But both are on the table and we will see what happens. But this does feel more like it's heading towards a divorce. But miracles can happen, I guess, right? Miracles can happen.